Do I have to wait for a USCIS notice to remove my condition, or do I have to file it without their notice?
No, just file without their notice. It has to be done within 90 days of the expiration of your green card.
All right, Joel Kapinga asks, I am a green card holder for 5 years now, and I have a child who is a U.S. citizen. I filed a petition for my husband, but I'm using some benefit like daycare support, food stamp. Will this public charge rule have an impact on my petition?
If it's for your child, no. If it's for you, yes.
Christian saying, I applied for SIJS, so SIJ, when I was 20 years old, and thank God I got my PD one day before I turned 21. I recently got my EAD, but I'm still waiting for my interview. Is there a higher risk I get a denial since I just turned 22? I live in Massachusetts.
Yes, there is absolutely a higher risk. They make it much harder if you're over 18, actually. Oh. But if everything was done right, hopefully you'll get your green card.
Alrighty, this is a little bit of a long one, Brad, but let's get to it. Sheila O254 asks, hi Brad, I've been calling for a while and it's hard to get to you, so here's her question. My husband got a job in California and we live in PA. He moved there for the job in November of last year and since has been living there with friends. I was hoping to join him. I have no work permits, so I have no way of helping. That's why I have stayed behind. And California is really expensive.
We talked about this. They called on the phone.
Oh, so she did get through.
Yes, and I said.
So we answered this.
Right, we answered, and I had said to her, "Don't go on the interview in Pennsylvania. They're separated, so she's got to move out to California and
move
change
the case there."
Right.
Okay, I thought this was familiar.
Yeah.
I just checked the NVC website to see what's going on since I got the letter with the login information. I see where the payments are awaited to be paid, so the other documents can start uploading for NVC to start renewing my case or reviewing my case. When do we proceed, or are we waiting on the waiver first?
The waiver, if you're doing a provisional waiver, you got to do the provisional waiver first.
Okay, so they said that my husband Patrick is filing for me. The I-130 has been approved from about October. NVC wrote them saying I bring in the void check to NVC, could take the 2 payments from the account. I viewed my case on NVC website and they're still waiting the payment. So I finished paying.
Was this a novel?
Yeah, basically, I finished paying the waiver. Only have $250 to leave on it. So is that?
Just do the waiver first and then deal with it after.
Okay.
They're taking advantage of our time.
Yes.
They gotta get through. They gotta get it all in there. Alrighty.
Chapter 3.
That definitely wouldn't be on speed round. I'll tell you
no,
that.
wouldn't make it. Official J Moses asks, USCIS kept my case after the interview for security check, and it has been 16 months now.
I think it's called mandamus.
Curly Girl Shauna saying, I received my second prima facie today for 60 days. Does this mean that I may get an answer soon within the time frame?
Yes.
Okay.
Desi Boy asks, if your spouse is in the Army and because of that you don't live together, is that a problem? My wife is in Colorado and I live in Jersey as my job is here and her work zone is in Colorado.
It's a problem if you're both in the United States and not living together. If they're, he's
in a different country
and he's in Iraq or something, then obviously you're not going to a war.
O'Shea saying, how soon after you divorce you can get remarried?
The next day.
Sophia asks, any update on the DOS public charge?
No. It's the same as it was 2 months ago.
All right. Almighty Dean saying, filed for my wife November 5th, did biometrics December 13th. How long will it take for her to get her EAD this year, 2020?
6 months or less.
Nadia Keen asks, just filed for my mom and she did her biometrics. What's her next step?
Wait for an interview for a green card.
Mufli saying, my online status says ready till today after I had my interview on December 23rd, 2019. So what's this mean?
It means they're ready to schedule you for an interview, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow. It could happen in a year from now. They're just ready to do it. When they feel like it, they'll do it. But they're ready.
All right.
All right. Erroldsman Premier asks, hello, Brad. I am married to a U.S. citizen. She filed for me since 2017. I've been to the interview for the I-485 since March 2018, and the USCIS called me for a second interview on December 3rd, 2018.
Yes. And how'd that go?
And that is for...
Well, either you passed your interview. I don't know what happened on the interview in December 2018. If you did well, you should get the pass. And if you didn't do well, then you're probably waiting on a denial. But it's been over a year now, so I think you should have a consultation with us.
All right, Shakira saying, can you file for a Jamaican spouse if they had a drug smuggling charge 10 years ago? They did the time and the case has been closed. They attempted to bring drugs into Trinidad.
You cannot file for a Jamaican spouse who has a drug conviction. You cannot sponsor a Dominican spouse with a drug conviction. or Trinidadian spouse with a drug conviction, or a spouse from any country in the world
with a drug conviction.
So it doesn't matter that he's Jamaican
even if the case is closed.
Even if the case
and
is
doesn't
closed.
matter if they did it out of this country.
Doesn't matter if they did it out of this country or in the country.
All right.
Alrighty then. How long does it take for a U.S. citizen mom who's sponsoring a naturalized married Canadian son? How long for the I-130 to get approved?
How old is the son?
Thank you so much for the important question. No age.
The son is sponsoring the mom?
The son is sponsoring the mom, yes.
It should take 12 months or less.
Or no, the mom is
sponsoring
sponsoring a married Canadian son.
Oh, you're going to wait 15 years. Don't sell the house in Canada.
All right. A. Jones saying, I applied for AOS November 30th, 2018, was asked for a RFE in August 2018. Submitted it. My profile now says ready for an interview to be scheduled. What is more or less the waiting period since my PD was November 2018?
Your priority date is the date in which your application was completed, and then wait sometime between 6 months to 3 years from that date.
Okay, last one. Niak Ionum asks, I am so confused with what's the difference between priority date and approval letter. My priority date is July 5th of 2012. Then my approval letter is saying September 2014. I'm unmarried a U.S. citizen over 21.
Your place on the waiting list is based on your priority date. That's the controlling date. The priority date is the date in which immigration accepts your application. So when your mom filed for you in 2012 and it was received in whatever that date was in 2012, that's your priority date. Your case got approved in 2014, but that's irrelevant if it got approved in 2014, 15, or 16. It's based on your priority date, which is 2012, and you should be eligible for a green card soon based on that. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.